So there is a new country that is selling their passport for only $90,000. And that is a country of Sao Tome and Principe, which is a small island to the west of Africa. But the question is, could a passport from an island in the west of Africa that doesn't have much travel access ever be worth it, even if it is only $90,000? That is what I want to discuss in this video, because when I looked into it, I think you will be surprised how many use cases there could actually be for citizenship from a country like this. So of course, you're probably aware that there's a lot of countries that are selling their citizenship, with countries all around the world becoming more and more unpredictable. There's more and more wealthy people who are interested in this market, self included. This has not yet been something that has been really topical for me to think about, but now it is getting to the point where I'm really starting to think like I should really have that plan B of second citizenship. However, for many people, a lot of the programs that exist, like the Caribbean programs, are simply out of their budget. Like they want to have this plan B, but a Caribbean passport for like $250,000, $300,000 is simply too expensive, which is why programs like this one could very well be of interest to you. So what is this new program? So it is, like I said, from a country of Sao Tome and Principe. It is a country in the west of Africa with visa-free access to 61 countries, which is obviously not the greatest. So straight away, obviously, you're not going to get this passport for the travel unless you have a very, very bad passport. The processing time is extremely quick, only 60 to 90 days. We'll see if it's actually that fast or if that's just what they're saying. What's interesting about this is that despite it being super, super fast, they also do super strong due diligence. So why is this important to you? Well, a lot of programs that don't do proper due diligence might lose travel access in the future. There might be complications because countries want to allow citizens from these countries where just anyone can buy citizenship to enter their countries. The required government fund donation is of $90,000. For one applicant, the total cost will come out to around $95,000 with fees and everything like that. And for a family of 4, the total cost is only $103,000. So for only $8,000 extra dollars, you can get your entire family for this program as well. And you are not required to visit this country at all. You can do this entirely remotely. And the only restricted nationality that is not able to get this is North Korea. So for a lot of other programs, there have been people who have reached out to us who have been like, they wanted to get some program, but their nationality was restricted. So for this one, there's not too many restricted nationalities. So why might you think about something like this? Well, first of all, it can be a great addition actually to someone who already holds a portfolio of passports around the world. Let's say you already have a Western passport, you have one passport from the Caribbean, one from Latin America. This can give you diversification into Africa. Africa is obviously a region that maybe not many people are considering to live at this current moment, but it is growing very fast, and in future years, this could be a great diversification play to get more access into the African market. And they actually have decent visa-free access inside of Africa in case that matters to you. And it is also a country where you could feasibly go and live, as in it is not too far from the rest of the world. It's like, it's not some island in the middle of nowhere in the Pacific. It is still kind of central, and there's more and more flights that are being added to and from this country. But obviously, like I said, you will not be getting this for the travel access. However, they do actually give you access to some decent countries. You can go to Indonesia by just getting an e-visa. You can go to Singapore, Malaysia. There's some countries in Southeast Asia. Again, like I mentioned, it does give you access to Africa in case you're interested in that. And it's not the kind of country that has a terrible reputation. So if you need to get a visa to go somewhere, I mean, you can just get it. But who is something like this right for? Well, first of all, if you have a very bad passport, like if you are from Nigeria, from Pakistan, from Syria, and you cannot afford any of the better programs, this is going to be the cheapest way for you to get yourself into a better passport. However, in those cases, I would recommend that you save up maybe a little bit more. You get even like a Vanuatu, or save a little bit more to get like an actually decent travel passport, like a Caribbean one, for example. Or you can go and live in a Latin American country and get citizenship there. That's probably a better option. However, it can work in those cases. The second case, the most interesting one, is if you, again, already have a passport portfolio and you want to diversify it into a region where you perhaps don't yet hold citizenship, and perhaps your net worth is $5 million, spending $90,000 or even $100,000 for a full family is kind of nothing, and you might as well have it just in case just to have that as a plan C or D, I guess, in your case. Again, it might give you more access to the African markets if that is, again, something you want to diversify into in some other ways as well, like from a business perspective, perhaps. Also, just in case, as a plan B, in case you cannot afford or justify some of those higher priced programs, something like this might be something to just have in your back pocket, just in case anything goes wrong and you wouldn't actually use it. Maybe you would put some residence permits on this passport or something like that. But what are the alternatives I would consider? Well, I think for many, Vanuatu is something that is going to work still better than Sao Tome and Principe. It is more expensive, but only by a little bit at $130,000. And I actually made a video before on how having a Vanuatu passport and an EU golden visa can actually be a great combination, because while Vanuatu doesn't give you the greatest travel access, you can use it to then get a EU golden visa in like Italy or Hungary or something like that. And that essentially takes care of that travel access problem, at least when it comes to Europe. Vanuatu is also going to have a bit better travel than Sao Tome and Principe, although obviously not amazing. It is more known as an offshore hub. It is more tax friendly if you actually wanted to live there. It is also very crypto and privacy friendly if that is very important to you, and it is a very long running program with a good reputation. So if you can afford it, I think it is a better program in a lot of cases. And obviously if you can afford a Caribbean one, that is obviously even going to be much better, but it's just good to have this as an option in a different price point, and I think it's fairly priced considering like what you get for it, which is obviously less than all of these other programs. Now, if you're interested in this Citizenship by Investment program or any other Citizenship by Investment program for that matter, I have partnered with what I think is the best company in the market who can take care of this for you, which is Vancis Capital. They have helped more than 1,000 people get second citizenship, get second residence permits. They're essentially official partners with the government for all of these major CBI programs. And the way it works with them is not like with some other companies where you pay them a huge fee just to be recommended the best option and then you pay more for someone else to actually deliver it. No, what you can actually do is if you use my link down below, you can speak to someone from their team for completely free, and everything is free until you actually go forward with one of the programs. And of course, they will charge a fee to essentially process this for you. So if you're interested in that, you can book a free meeting with them down below in the description. You can discuss whether this program makes sense, or if it's Vanuatu, or if it's something from the Caribbean, or anything at all. So I mentioned the Vanuatu plus EU golden visa kind of plan B combo that can be very good value for money for a lot of people. In case you want to hear more details on that, I actually made a full video on it, which you can watch right here. So if you're interested in that, make sure to also watch that video right there.